The Rwandan fashion industry is booming and presents a great potential in the coming years with an emphasis on locally made products. And the government's playbook for the fashion industry is visible in Kigali's up-and-coming fashion houses and accessory brands from handicraft retailers like Gahaya links to clothing lines like Sonia Mugabo, House of Tayo, Motions, and the Nyamirambo Women's Center. The industry is budding. The push for made in Rwanda products is not only driving Rwanda to position itself on a global market, but also create employment opportunities for the small and medium enterprises. In this episode of Game Changers, we shed light on the potential of the fashion industry in Rwanda while highlighting some of the leading clothing and artifacts founders. As you stroll around Kigali, chances are you will run into someone wearing merchandise from one of the leading fashion artists in Rwanda. Sonia Mugabo, a household name in the Rwandan fashion industry and one of the leading fashion entrepreneurs, has cut a niche for herself in the Rwandan market by creating authentic designs that uphold Rwanda's rich culture.
At first, I think having a brand identity was kind of challenging, but I think as the years go on, people are like, okay, timeless dresses, elegant dresses, dresses that I feel like if I wear it, I'm really ready to take on the world. And I think by year 6, we started seeing revenue and we started seeing, I would say maybe ×5, you know. So today, I can say that it's really promising and yeah, I don't regret doing this, and I'm so glad that I did it, because I always tell people if I was to start today, I don't think I would start today, because right now I'm able to not only grow the brand, but then also employ different tailors, different professionals who are able to also have, have a living, but then also we're contributing to the economic growth of the country, and providing jobs. And all this, it's been a journey, like I said.
The size of the apparel market in Rwanda as of 2024 is $426 million, with a projected annual growth rate of 3.41% between 2024 and 2028.
Currently, I actually, I had a client in, I think last year, and she really appreciated it. She's from South Sudan, and she has a curated shop. So that's one of our places where we actually, supply, our clothes. I'm in talks with an American brand. At first, it's always been hard because the shipping has been really difficult. So we always engage in conversation, and then somehow with shipping, things kind of don't align as well as, but I think now we're going to secure an American brand that's going to be showcasing or selling our products, so that's a win for us. And in terms of government, I think government has been, even in government institutions, they have Made in Rwanda Fridays to sort of promote, our fashion designs, but then also I think with the importing fabric, because we don't have a huge selection here, they've been able to give us duty remission, VAT, tax exemption. So all these decisions the government makes, they have really benefited us.
Until the 1980s, East Africa's garment industries prospered, producing clothing and shoes for both domestic and foreign markets. But trade liberalization policies, spearheaded by the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund, opened African economies to cheap new imports, especially from Asian countries. Hence, local factories struggled to compete, and over time, many closed. A narrative that is slowly changing as local manufacturers produce high-quality local garments, and more emphasis is on promoting made in Rwanda products.
It's been a remarkable transformation when you see the fashion industry in Rwanda. I think previously dominated by imported brands. we've seen the locals or even internationals, expats community embrace into the local artisans, local designers, and appreciate our fashion. So it's been quite a journey, and I think it's also made Rwanda a hub. For example, I think made in Rwanda, or buy in Rwanda, it has become more than a slogan. And I see that, I think always in the beginning when something is fresh or something is new, people are more like, oh, I don't know about this. But as the years, like when I see the past 10 years, I see a lot of, Rwandan fashion brands dress both local and international influential people. And it's remarkable to see, how far our fashion is reaching.
Fashion designers are so far trying to promote the industry's dynamism through collaborations and the myriad of opportunities presented to them at exhibitions during the main events that are held in Rwanda.
Absolutely, like our sales go up, but then also those people that come, they go back to their countries, maybe they wear our fashion, they're like, oh, where do you get it from? So they encourage, word of mouth is very powerful. So I think also for them to see our products, live in person, it definitely it's a great way for us to push, to advertise. Those people become our brand ambassadors in a sense. So I think we've definitely seen a lot of sales in terms of when Chogam was here, or when there's Global Citizens or BAL, there's definitely a high increase. Yeah. In this past 10 years, I looked back and I was like, what do I want to do in the next 10 years? And that's something that you'll probably see more of from Sonia Mugabo, partnering with like-minded brands, partnering so we can, especially even with women, or, how can we empower each other? How can we grow our brands so that, so like, for example, you mentioned Vivo. Vivo is very popular in Kenya. We're very popular here. How can we collaborate and try to get, a piece of each other's market, for example. So that's something that I really want to do in the next 10 years, but then also I want to grow my product range. That's something that I'm really working on. I'm thinking skincare, I'm thinking home, and I'm thinking kids line and men's line. So it's a lot to take on, but that's what I'm thinking of, yeah.
And as Rwanda prepares for the next general election, Sonia Mugabo's designs can be seen everywhere you look, including the president and the first lady, who is a champion of traditional crafts and women empowerment. And the next story shines light on a 15-year journey undertaken by the women of Nyamirambo, Kigali's oldest neighborhood that never sleeps. In 2007, 18 women came together to create the Nyamirambo Women's Center, a community space with a mission of empowering women economically and capacity building.
We started it when we were 18 members, women and girls, with the aim of empowering ourselves. We all came from different parts of the country and with different backgrounds. So we happened to settle around this neighborhood, and we decided to start a group so that we support each other. Our education background was from 0 to secondary school education, and some of the members were single moms. So we really wanted to be together, help each other at the same time, having a chance of supporting our children. During that time also, among the 18 ladies, we had 3 members who had never got a chance of going to school, who could not read and who could not write. So we decided to start teaching them how to read and write, so that in case if we get a chance of learning something else, we join it together. But also during that time, one of our group members got a chance of meeting 2 ladies from Slovenia who was here in the country doing research on women issues. And when she met them, she got a chance of introducing our group to the 2 ladies. And these 2 ladies were much interested in meeting us and talking to us. During that time, we had no meeting point. We were just meeting each other in one of our homes. So we organized one of our homes, welcomed them. We introduced ourselves to each other. And after the introduction, this is where the 2 ladies were much interested in helping us and talking and supporting us. So that's when they went back home to Slovenia, they started looking for funds. Let alone they got some funds, they communicated to us and sent the funds to us. So when we received the funds, the first thing we did We rented a room as a meeting point. We bought some few office furnitures. We started setting our group where we would think, what if these funds gets finished? What can we do that will make us to be empowered?
Today, Nyamirambo Women's Center has evolved into a self-sustaining vocational and educational community center that supports more than 50 families and many more expected to come on board.
So today we are having 5 income-generating activities in the community-based tourism. The 3 we started with, the walking tour, the cooking class, basket weaving, sewing experience, and Mount Kigali adventure. Apart from that, the Women's Center still offers courses to the community. We teach them how to read and write. Those ones who are elder, who did never have a chance of going to school, then from there, they can learn how to do the sewing, and at the end, they are able to empower themselves. Apart from that, at the end of the year 2017, we added another course offered to the community, which is a hairdressing or hair designing. We think of something we do that will not request Mary to start a business. Mary is able to do the braiding. I sit in my house and start making some income. But before that, 2014, we started thinking about children from this neighborhood, and we really wanted them to be part of the center. And this is where we opened a community library, so that when children are not at school, at least they meet somewhere praying together, but also accessing different books and learning from each other.
The center is now an attraction to thousands of tourists who come to buy the products as well as get curated packages for basketry and exploring Nyamirambo and its authentic foods. Nyamirambo Women's Center has contributed to some of the big events hosted by Rwanda.
Kendrick Lamar, so we were there watching him, and in his background, the balloons were there made by these women here. Apart from that, last time when King Charles was here on his dinner, they decorated the napkins made by women here. So that's how the women are known. So even the wife came here, visited the center, did the shopping with us, and that's how people goes and, you know, at the end of it, one person from Move Africa donated the Women's Center $3,000 so that we keep on moving. And this is where we are starting to think of having an incubation center. And that's why from zero we are having, or from that small amount we have, that's why you're contacting other people to support us, and we make this dream comes true. How can we sell our products outside? How can we sell our products online? So we are contacting friends to support us, and we make this be able to sell our products online. Apart from that, the government also, when they bring such a people to us, they are marketing a group of women who empowered themselves. We are not a small group. We are 55 women working here every day. So seeing these women supporting other women in the different neighborhoods, also we are supporting the government itself, but also themselves bringing these people to us. It's also a part of supporting the Women's Center.
While the crafty Nyamirambo women look forward to bringing their products to the digital space and expand their market base, others have tapped into the international markets in line with Rwanda's national export strategy for made in Rwanda products. For the last 2 decades, Gahaya Links, a Rwandan handicraft company dedicated to women's economic empowerment through enterprise design, bespoke home decor, jewelry, and textile collections, has positioned Rwanda at the global stage while also having an inspiring story.
So Gahaya Links was born to transform that hobby or that culture of weaving into an opportunity of empowering women in entrepreneurial way, so that they can make ends meet and cater for their families. So basically, that was our vision number 1. That's why we actually went into finding Gahaya Links, because we wanted it to make a difference in women and girls' life. We wanted it to show the world that women can also feed homes. So that's when, you know, when we branded our baskets, we looked at it as a peacemaker, number 1. So everything we did, it happened because it evolved around the situation. First of all, we found poverty. Secondly, we found a peacemaker. Because during weaving, even those neighbors who were not talking, because they are hungry, they want to make ends meet, women started joining together. And I think we found, among our groups, we found somebody apologizing for her family for killing the other lady's family. So we also looked at the basket as a peacemaker. So we branded it as the Rwanda, our brand was called the Rwanda Path to Peace, meaning that we are starting a journey of creating peace in our country. You know, peace comes in so many ways. There is security, peace when you are so secure, but there is also economic security. So we were on the economic security part, whereby the family is stable, they are eating, and then there is peace.
The women of Gahaya Links make products that are sold on the local and international market. The organization started out with a few women, about 5 to 6, but currently there are over 30,000 beneficiaries, plus a number of men too. These thousands of beneficiaries service the growing demand of Gahaya products around the world, and their craft is rooted in tradition and quality control.
On global markets, we had our first market in Macy's in the United States. And by that time, it had over 400 departmental stores. So we started with 25 women, and we now grew up to over 30,000. So we were exporting over 10 containers every year of baskets. So meaning that it also earned foreign currency for this country. It created economic dependence of families. So we were into foreign market. In Macy's, we did the Clinton Museum in Arkansas. So we saw the Rwandan brand going into global shelves. We had them in Costco. But most importantly, when they saw us on the market, the Western also got so attracted, especially Americans, Europeans. They got so attracted to this brand that is on the international market, created by women. So they also started marketing up to today. Rwandan baskets are going every now and then. So we are so happy that we revamped, we created a brand that was here to make it a global brand.
And aside from being popular abroad, the domestic market is also warming up to Gahaya's products.
So like during COVID, you know, everything as a business person, you look around and see the niche. When the government of Rwanda said no to second-hand clothes, people made noise. But for me, I saw it as an opportunity. And that time there was a grant running in USADF. I applied to buy machinery. Then there was need also coming out to support people making local products. I applied, they bought me an embroidery machine, and that was it. The rest was training. So now we are so stable. Will you ever close schools in Rwanda? No. Will you ever close restaurants? No. Hotels? No. So we looked into a commodity that is on highest consumable side. So we do anything from housemaids, cleaners, make anything called uniform. We make it here, we brand it here. So we are into the market.
Despite the enthusiasm, many challenges hinder Rwanda's fashion industry from floating away on a nimbus of success just yet. Designers are particularly concerned with the prohibitive requirements set for them to obtain financing.
The policies here in this country, you know, in Rwanda, long ago, women, when you wanted a bank loan, a brother used to sign for you, a husband, a man. So there was no those policies that were favoring women. But luckily enough, our government changed it so quickly, and they saw what had happened and now changed those policies that allowed us. So the policies also allowed us to use the banks. Another thing, the challenge we had was, of course, you are dealing with uneducated people, but we had the challenge of training them. So we did not have enough finance for training. You are bringing people who don't know each other. You want to teach them. If it is size 10, it is 10. If it is 12, it is 12. But in handmade, you will get 10 up to 20 in one size you are calling 20. So that was a huge challenge. But the government of Rwanda, through RDB, which was RIEP at that time, started putting weaving centers in areas we had high numbers of women making baskets. And then they started helping us to pay the facilities and then transport cost, training cost. So the government helped us a lot. So for us, we focused on raising the capital. So we worked with the banks basically, and then whatever we earned, we reinvested in the company.
Other challenges are gaps in the supply chain.
Let me say the main challenge we are meeting now is renting rooms. First of all, we can't find the big rooms we want. And whenever you are looking, people see us as a big company who has a lot of money. Yes, we can't say that we are not making it, we are making it, but we are investing it in other women so that they can also come up. And that's why most of the time, when they see us, they want us to charge us high. But that's where the dream came. Why can't we have our own building in our own names with support of the government, the other people, the friends, and so on? The main challenge we are meeting is finding enough space for ourselves, but also having other pending projects which we are not yet able to start because of the rooms we are having. Not only that, when we come back to our products being sold here, most of the time our clients are tourists. Sometimes they are not here, but of course they need these products. And whenever we are not able to pay the shipping costs or to send them the products too, which is a bit high in costing of the shipping, we think the government itself can find a way. Yes, they have supported us, find a way of also like minimizing the cost of sending things abroad or wherever outside the country. But we also think if we make the online shopping, we are not there ourselves, but we need people to support us and start this and be able to ship or to sell our products online.
With the technological shift in Africa, e-commerce has emerged as a top platform for businesses. However, sometimes having a robust and efficient digital presence can also be a challenge.
I really want to, because we do have an online shop, and I don't know, we don't get as many sales as we would like. So really pushing the online, because you find that having retail shops is costly and maybe not as, so having retail shops is sort of outdated in some sense, online, AI. How do we use AI in our fashion? How do we keep on, competing or keep on being on the, world market standard and seeing us in different trade shows, different fashion shows, and reaching more audiences than we are reaching today. But then also infrastructure in terms of like being a landlocked country, how do we access some of, the raw materials that we need? And with all these logistics, like I was saying, shipping, it makes our products maybe more expensive than they would have if we were producing from literally cotton. So it's been such challenges. But we take it one day at a time and we do what we can.
The future of fashion and art industry in Rwanda is budding, driven by a vibrant community of local designers and artists who are redefining the industry with innovation and sustainability. As the world turns its eyes to the burgeoning hub of creativity, there's no better time to embrace and support locally made apparel. The Rwandan-made fashion is not just wearing a garment, it's donning a piece of art that tells the story of resilience, culture, and visionary craftsmanship.